Right then, let's turn this joke of a channel around. Yes, good morning everyone, and for the final time in 2023, welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 30th of December, of course, 2023, and today we are making a relatively short trip over to Darlington, where today it is Darlington versus Scarborough Athletic in the National League North. So a massive game for both sides. Of course, these two met at the Flamingo Land Stadium just 4 days ago. But it's been all change at Darlington, especially since then. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I'm in Darlington, and once again it is cold, it is wet, and quite frankly anyone that complains that it's too hot and dry this coming summer can get in the sea. But anyway, going into this afternoon's game, Darlington are currently in 23rd place in the National League North table, which is second bottom, and it's been a bit of a disaster this season so far for them. It's pretty safe to say. Obviously the start of the season with Alan Armstrong, he lost his job and was replaced by Josh Gowling, who, as we touched upon at the start of this video, after Boxing Day's 2-0 loss at Scarborough, also lost his job. So I'm not being funny, but if we're not even into January yet and you've already got through two managers, I think that really says something about the players. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think Josh Gowling, no disrespect to him, was ever the right choice for Darlington. I mean, he didn't do a bad job with Hereford as such, but he never actually pulled up any trees, I'd say, and it's going to be a tough one for them this afternoon. I think Danny Rose is currently in caretaker charge. It's going to be really interesting to see who comes in for the permanent job. And in opposition this afternoon, once again for them, for the second time in 4 days, is Scarborough Athletic, who are absolutely flying just now, in 6th place, so in the playoffs. And there's a certain player that's on loan for them, a certain Mr. Rutledge, that's firing on all cylinders. I wonder where they got him from. It's going to be an interesting game this afternoon. I think the one thing that's maybe letting Scarborough down a little bit so far this season is most definitely been their away for me. It's been a fortress for Flamingo Land for them so far, really. But away from home, they've maybe not quite had things all their own way. But they've got a chance this afternoon of making it 4 wins on the bounce, so they'll be looking to do that. But one thing you do often find with these Christmas/New Year fixtures is that you rarely see teams actually complete a double, see a team complete a double, if you get what I mean. But of course, if Scarborough do win this game this afternoon, then they'll complete the treble over Darlington this season, because they of course met each other in the FA Cup here, which Scarborough obviously got through that game, then won at the Flamingo Land Stadium the other day. My good mate Joe Skelton, better known as Match Days on here, was at that game, so if you want to check that video out, help him out, most definitely go and do that. But for today, massive game for both sides. Darlington 8 points off of safety. They really need to start getting some wins before long, and I think at this point, whether they stay up or not, I just think they need something to maybe they need something that by the end of the season there's at least signs that they could get themselves heading back in the right direction. But yeah, it's been a toxic season for them so far, to say the least. But now it's time to find out how they get on today. So let's head down to Blackwell Meadows and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's just warming up. Scarborough getting ready just here. I think going to be in the usual all red this afternoon. And Darlington are getting ready in the distance, going to be in their usual black and white. Anyway, I will see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match. Cheers, thank you. And for the last time in 2023, we are underway. Cool. Tell you what, it's been a fairly promising start by Darlow this. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So it turns out the linesman is injured, and that is the reason behind this break in play. There we are. So quick update, apparently a replacement linesman has been found. We're just waiting for him to get ready, and hopefully the game will be getting back underway pretty shortly. Right, so we are about to get underway at long last. There's probably like another 40 odd minutes or so left in this half, so expect an astronomical amount of added time when the board goes up. Skipper there. Oh! I couldn't see that. I just don't know. So at the end of the first half, 21 minutes of added time.
21 minutes.
Go on.
At least they count. A ball! A ball! Oh! Offside!
Phil.
Come on, boy! Get at him! Get at him! Oh!
Half-time, Darlington 0, Scarborough Athletic 0. This has pretty much now become the worst season I've ever had, and I'm not even sure what I can do to recover it now. It's just the rot's well and truly set in. Once again, an absolutely terrible game of football. Certainly not helped by the injury to the linesman early on. There's just a totally dead atmosphere in this ground today. The game's just totally ran down in midfield. I mean, in fairness to Darlow, I think they're doing okay and they are showing some kind of response, I'd say they've maybe ever so slightly shaded it so far, but Scarborough really haven't been up to much so far. The real distinct lacking cutting edge both ways in this game. I don't think Scarborough have tested their former goalkeeper Tommy Taylor at all in that first half, so yeah, it's really another absolutely eye-bleeding game, and to tell you the truth, I'd be very surprised if I didn't have a second consecutive 0-0. This is not a good way to end 2023.
In the box.
It's going in now, How unlucky can you get?
Go on.
It's not going in, is it?
Come on, Barry!
Tommy's flapping.
Oh, go on. Oh, go on! Oh!
Well, I've been applying the pressure and it's paid off. I'll tell you what, that green is tremendous. Like, some player.
Oh, go on!
A touch.
Oh, okay. Come on, Barry!
Might be in here.
Wait!
5 minutes of added time.
Should went out.
Go on! Yes! Get it! Get it! Come on! Up the forward!
Full-time Darlington 0, Scarborough Athletic 1. Can't seem to buy an entertaining game at the minute, can I? I think there is quite a bit that needs to be said about that game though, and I think especially around the home side, because honestly, if I was a Darlington fan, I would be absolutely furious with what's going on right now, because you've got to remember that every summer they do this booster budget thing. They've invested a lot of money into that football club, and yeah, I think they've got every right to question what the hell's going on the pitch just now, because that team just looked totally out of ideas, just absolutely zero creativity to get back into the game, and all it took for Scarborough today was to have one spell of pressure, and Darlow just totally caved in, and it was a job done for Scarborough from there, and you really couldn't see Darlow getting back into the game at all. So like that is a deep-rooted problem at that football club right now, I've got to say, and I'm not even sure any manager could come in and save that club like right now, where they look pretty doomed to relegation, if I'm telling you the truth. And if, like, I'm not being funny, if whatever manager comes in, if he can get them performing and get them winning games and keep them up, then quite frankly he shouldn't be managing at non-league level, because he's just far too good for it. I think, but regardless, I think in the summer Darlington have got to start totally afresh. They've got to have a massive clear out, be absolutely ruthless with it, because there's a lot of dead wood in that team, and there's players that are just plain not good enough either. So yeah, a lot is going wrong with Darlington at the minute. But as for Scarborough, it wasn't maybe a vintage performance. I'm sure they've performed better in other games over the last few weeks, but they managed to get the game won, and that is a sign of a good team when if you're not playing brilliantly but you still manage to get the win. You can't really have many complaints after that, can you? So yeah, I've got to say I really do rate that Harry Green that scored the goal. I think he scored the goal when I saw him against Buxton at the Flamingo Land back in October. So he's got, I'm not sure how old he is, but don't think he'll be kicking around at National League North level for particularly long, put it that way. But yeah, it's the thing as for me though, it's bit of a frustrating time in terms of games I'm picking at the minute. Might say a little bit of bad luck and what have you, but hopefully I'll get better soon. Hopefully a new year can bring a little bit of new change, and yeah, hopefully before long the games can start getting better, because like at the start of the season, I think especially around September, October, I was absolutely flying, wasn't I? Like some of the games I was going to, yeah, it was really good times. So hopefully before too long that feel-good factor can come back and can get a bit of personal momentum back in 2024. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back on New Year's Day with the second instalment of York City versus Gateshead. So from me, thank you for all your support for the channel this season. I promise it will get better in 2024. But until then, take care, cheers for watching, Happy New Year, see you later.